Hey guys, Ken here. This is the JDS Labs Atom Headphone Amplifier. Now, if you're here, you probably already know if and why you need a headphone amp. If not, here's a link to a short that will get you up to speed. Here's a quick and simple analogy for those new to headphone amplifiers. Some headphones require more power to run them at their fullest potential. It's kind of like certain light bulbs that require more power to light them up properly. It's the difference between trying to light up a stadium light with your legs on a bicycle versus actually powering them off the power grid. This is the budget option from JDS Labs, a well-respected company with a lot of happy customers. So some quick things to know about this thing. It has an RCA input and output. It has a 3.5mm aux input. It uses a 1/4" output. It came with a power brick and a 3.5mm aux cable, but the new version only lists the power brick on the website, so I don't know if it'll come with the aux cable. It can provide up to 136 milliwatts of continuous power at 600 ohms of resistance, meaning it will be good enough for 99% of users out there. The front has a big volume knob. I like. There's a button to toggle the gain level and the input. Now, numbers and specs aside, this is a budget-friendly amp that will provide you with clean and transparent power to headphones that require more oomph to get them going. Now, I'm aware that it's been updated to the Atom Plus and it's the same price. It's essentially the same but incrementally better in every way. And since the original Atom is still really good, I can only imagine that the new version is even better. Now, the first impression is that the amp is very simple and minimalist. I love the design with the big knob in the middle. The package came with a power brick and an aux cable and minimalist packaging. I lost the box, but it was clear that they put the money into the product, not the box that it came in. Now, the build quality is good. It's light and plasticky, but that's kind of expected in a product in this price range. They put the money in the parts that count. The volume pot clicks at the very beginning to turn it on and turns smoothly from there. The buttons are simple and clicks very nicely. Now, the one negative consequence to such a light build is that it doesn't really stay put on your desk when you're pushing the buttons or plugging in or unplugging the headphones, but honestly, that's a really small price to pay for such a small price to pay. So the recommended way to set this up is to attach it downstream from a DAC. A DAC is a digital to analog converter. If you have one already, you probably already have a good idea of what to do. Now, for those unfamiliar, the DAC is basically where the digital data of music is converted into an analog sound signal. Now, there is a DAC in your computer and in your phone, but the quality is not going to be the best due to budget and size constraints. External DACs will make the signal cleaner and audibly better. So the signal chain would look like computer to DAC to amp, then headphones. Now, if you don't have an external DAC, don't worry, using a headphone amp will still improve the sound quality in high impedance headphones because of the boost in power. You can use the aux cable to go from the headphone port into the 3.5mm input in the back. Otherwise, if your source uses RCA outputs, you'll just stick that into the RCA inputs. So in this case, it'll be computer, amp via the aux cable, then headphones. Now, since I often deal with music, my DAC is an audio interface. Interfaces will allow you to hook up XLR mics and etc., but this isn't a video about audio interfaces, so let's get back on topic. Now, interfaces will often have a good headphone amp in them, but sometimes not. So in a completely unnecessary move, I went from the 1/4" output of my audio interface into the RCA input of the headphone amp. Now from here, you need a 1/4" headphone plug, and now you're ready to listen to some freaking music. Oh my god, I know that sounds like a lot, but trust me, it's not as complicated as I just made it out to be. There's just implications to certain decisions, like if you're using an external DAC, but if you're not, just keep it simple. Now from there, there's only the volume knob to control the level, the gain switch in case you need more power, and the input switch. Honestly, once you have everything set up, this is probably the simplest amp to use. The best way that I could describe the critical quality of this amp is clean and transparent. Some headphone amps will color the sound like tube amps, making the sound warmer, which some people like. This doesn't do that. It's not designed to do that. This just takes the audio signal and boosts it as cleanly as possible. There's no coloration or degradation in the sound, and I like that. When you use high impedance headphones, it just effortlessly fills out the sound and boosts the volume to normal listening levels. The gain switch is really nice. There's no pop or anything when you engage it. Really, there's not a whole lot else to the quality and character. It's built as well as a $100 amp should be, and it sounds super clean. So yeah, I love this thing. It makes amps super simple and easy to use. Plus, if you do need an external DAC, JDS does sell one that stacks perfectly on top of this. I also like the LED light that lights up when you turn this thing on. Nice touch. So the Atom is perfect for beginners who need a desktop amp to power any high impedance headphones that they might have. And honestly, it's good enough that it'll probably hold you over for a little while because it's made so well. Now, because of the transparent and clean output, you could probably also use this thing for like mixing or audio engineering, because pro headphones like the AKG K712 Pro and the Beyerdynamic DT990 Pro 250 ohm tend to require a lot of power to run them properly. So just based on my experience with this amp, the Atom and the Atom Plus present a very, very high value. This product is the result of good engineering, good design, and a good understanding of what people really need. High quality audio and audiophile headphones can be an expensive and kind of an intimidating world to venture into. If you didn't know anything about amps, you probably wouldn't even know where to start, and the Atom really addresses the need for a high quality product at a very reasonable price. Now, pro tip, if you're using a 1/4" adapter and the small plug that goes into this actually has a mic line, it actually won't work, and it actually took me a long time to figure that out. I thought something in my signal chain was broken, so just something to consider. Now, if you're looking to level up your audiophile game, you're probably going to want to also look into external DACs. Look into the Atom DAC Plus. You won't be disappointed. So, you can probably guess, I freaking hate this thing. No, I'm just kidding. I've had this thing for like 5 years and it's not leaving my studio anytime soon. It's just good at a ridiculously good price. Whenever I use headphones, it runs through this. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. That'll be super helpful. See you next time.